Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I am doing my Elimination Chamber results. I'm just going to jump right into it. The show was really good. I loved pretty much every single match. So I'm just going to jump right into it. The first match of the night was the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Raquel Rodriguez. And the winner is going to face Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania 42. It lasted 24 minutes. I was going back and forth with, should I say who was eliminated in what order and the order they came in at, but I don't think so. I think I do that for Royal Rumble results, but I don't think I'm going to do it for Elimination Chamber. I'm just going to tell you guys who won, but for results, Royal Rumble results, I usually do that. But Rhea Ripley won, so she will go on to face Jade Cargill at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship, and it lasted 24 minutes. Even. The next match was the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. AJ Lee won and became the new Women's Intercontinental Champion in 15 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm very happy. I am a huge Becky Lynch fan. Yes, I love Becky Lynch. She's always been one of my favorites. But when I first got into wrestling, the first wrestler, especially out of the women's side, that I actually started watching and I became a fan of was AJ Lee. So AJ Lee, the Bellas, Roman Reigns, those are actually the first few wrestlers that I actually became a fan of when I first started watching wrestling. And that I've watched the most. So I didn't become a WWE fan until July 2016. My cousin actually got me into it. Because at the time, she also watched wrestling. She was a huge wrestling fan herself. And she got me into it. She came to visit for, almost the entire summer. And we started watching all these wrestling clips, Total Divas and, different matches and stuff. And so, I think AJ Lee retired in 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, so I actually didn't get to see her wrestle, live. On TV kind of thing. When it first aired. An episode of Raw or SmackDown. But because where she retired a year before I became a fan. But I did get to see some of her matches from the years that she did wrestle, 2015, 2013, whatever. And so I was really excited because after seeing all those clips and stuff from her past matches, before I was a WWE fan, she is one of the first wrestlers that I actually started watching the most and, becoming a fan of. So, when she returned in, I think it was last September, 2025, I was super excited. So, obviously, you can just imagine how I felt when she won the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So, I'm super excited for her. She definitely deserves it. So, yeah, she won. AJ Lee is your new Women's Intercontinental Champion. I'm very excited to see her matches against other women, women that wasn't around when she was around. So Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, all of those people, wrestlers that wasn't around in WWE during AJ's time. I don't mean Nikki Bella or Brie Bella or Natalia or Natty. She goes by now. I don't mean those people because they were around when AJ was around. But I mean the newish type of wrestlers that weren't around during AJ's time. Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton. I'm sure you guys get my drift, what I'm trying to say. But I'm very excited to see those matches. There are a lot of people that I can think of that I would love to see wrestle AJ Lee. Even if it's just a regular one-on-one match. Even if it's not for the title. I would love to see it. So, a bunch of, dream matches. So, the next match was CM Punk versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. It lasted 20 minutes and 25 seconds with CM Punk winning and retaining. And the final match of the night was the Men's Elimination Chamber match. Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus Cody Rhodes versus Javon Evans versus Trick Williams versus Logan Paul. It lasted 25 minutes and 20 seconds with Randy Orton winning, and he will go on to face Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes. At the moment, it's Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 42 for the Undisputed WWE Championship. I say or Cody Rhodes because after Elimination Chamber, if you guys watched the Elimination Chamber, specifically the men's match, you would have seen Cody Rhodes. It was the final two was Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre came out and cost Cody the win and kind of helped Randy win. So literally, I feel like every time Cody or Jacob, not just Cody, because it's happened quite a few times with Jacob as well. Every time one of them, Cody or Jacob Fatu, have a match, especially if it's for like with WWE like title implications against like Drew McIntyre kind of thing, he always gets involved. Like literally every time Cody Rhodes has a match, and like also Jacob Fatu as well. Like in the back of my mind, I'm like, Drew McIntyre is going to come out because he's been doing that every time Cody's on TV or has a match, or Jacob, for the past, I would say, like a month. So he's trying, like, I think Drew is trying to get away from, like, trying to avoid putting his title on the line against Cody Rhodes. I think he might be a little bit afraid of Cody Rhodes, like afraid that he'll lose his title. But he doesn't have a choice this Friday, because after Elimination Chamber, I guess Nick Aldis was kind of getting sick and tired of Drew McIntyre constantly getting involved in Cody's matches and interfering. Nick Aldis was on the post show, and he said that this Friday on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the title. So he can't really, I mean, unless he does like count out or disqualification, he can't really hide, like run away from Cody this Friday. And I did see on Facebook earlier something I'm very excited about. I do like Drew McIntyre. I just don't like how he's always getting involved recently in every single one of Cody and Jacob's matches. Especially Cody. But yeah, like I said, I love Drew McIntyre. He's always been one of my favorites. I just don't like how he's constantly getting involved in Cody and Cody and Jacob's matches. Especially Cody's. So I would love to see Cody win. One, because he will get his title back. Which, like I said, I do love Drew, but like he keeps on getting involved, right? So I mean, he needs to like be put in his place kind of thing. Like, hey, you can't keep doing this. You can't run away from me forever. I'm going to get my title shot eventually, which is this Friday. So yeah. I did see on Facebook today that apparently WWE is planning on having Cody dethrone Drew and take his title this Friday on SmackDown and facing Randy Orton for the title at WrestleMania, which I would also love to see that. That's another reason why I really want Cody to win this Friday, is mostly to see Randy versus Cody at WrestleMania. I think that would be such a good match, and I would be so here for it. But anyway, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like to see more content from me. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye, guys.